Hello and welcome back to the Blue Geek Review channel. As promised, or as I sort of hinted at, this is another collection update video. Not a big haul this time. There wasn't really a whole lot to pick up while I was out going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Review of that is in another video that will be uploaded today. Just the two pickups, but I've also got some really cool stuff that I've been meaning to show off for the last week or so. So we'll get into that first. And basically, these were given to me for absolutely free by my brother-in-law. He and my sister moved house last weekend, just before they went on a short holiday with my niece, and they were doing the clear out, and he found these in his loft. He was going to get rid of them, but then he asked my sister to ask my mum to ask me if I would want them, and as soon as I seen them, instant yes. And what these are, basically three bobblehead statues. The first one is this awesome Doc Ock. You can look at the detail in the head sculpt. It is missing a tentacle off the shoulder and off the back, and one of the ones on the front is broken off. I need to glue that back on, but it's an amazing looking statue. It looks like he might be on some sort of rooftop. There's a couple of bags of money, and zoom in there, a couple of bags of money with some loose, and there's his name on the side of it. And this was made in 2006 by a company called Cards Inc. Characters, as part of their Marvel Heroes line. It's a really awesome statue. From the same company is this little beauty. There's a Venom one. I mean, look at this. The detail in the teeth, the big oozy tongue sticking out, the eyes with the little grooves on the head, body sculpt. I mean, it's holding the skull there. You've got the Venom emblem on the front and back, standing in a big pile of rubble from a destroyed building. There's his name just on the front there. I mean, that would have been the favourite out of all this. But this one, if it wasn't going to keep anything else from these three, it would have been this one. And that is the NECA Mr. Stay Puft statue. Look at this beauty. Right, we've got the nice blue shading, a little bit of texture, bit right in there, a little bit of face on him. I don't know what you call that neck bit. It's all embossed, and he's on the streets of New York. He's crushed a police car. There's another car there. There's a New York cab, and then on the back he's destroyed the hydrant that's spilling out over the street. I mean, this is just amazing. And my brother-in-law was actually just going to throw these away. Not even give them to a charity shop or anything. He was just going to dump them. But they're now in my collection. They've been sitting pretty on the bookshelf just to the side of me here. So very happy with them. But now on to the media that I picked up on Friday. Um, the location I went to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, um, that was a bit of a bust as far as media went. Not a whole lot that I wanted to pick up. I looked in a couple of places while I was there, as I usually do. I look in charity shops or thrift shops, as you call them in the US. CX, Asda supermarket, um, B&M, not a whole lot there as far as pops went. So it was a bit of a bust, but when I was coming through to go and get my going through the shopping centre in my hometown to get the bus to travel to this location I went to, I noticed on the front outside, a new DVD shop had opened some point in the last 2 weeks that I've not been in town because I was off work last weekend. Um, and this store looked amazing. I had a brief look before I made my way over, uh, and a lot of media, a lot of good prices. I mean, the first couple of rows they had in were full of £1 and £2 titles, and then everything else was just as priced around. They also had loads of vinyl, loads of CDs. It basically, to me, it looked so much less than a That's Entertainment, which is sadly no longer in business. Um, Not even close to being the CX. There was no sort of second-hand titles whatsoever. Um, I likened it more to a sort of HMV stroke FOP hybrid, which essentially is what FOP stores are. But it's sort of like that, solid pricing, none of this X99, just a solid amount. I could have easily spent a whole lot of money there because there was so much amazing stuff. They had they didn't just start. They had TV sets going cheap. They had Masters of Cinema titles from Eureka. They had Arrow titles, 88 films, Criterion's, all for really good prices. But the two titles here, these are the ones I stuck with. I could have picked up a whole lot more, but I just stuck with these two ones. These were just £2 each. And when you see what one of them was, you'll realise why this store is going to be dangerous. So the first title, this was actually the latter thing I picked up. I'd actually picked up another two titles from the £1 section. A Muppets TV special called Almost DC Live or something like that. It's a title that went out of print, not seen in the wild for a long time, and it finally shows up in this store. I nearly picked it up. I also nearly picked up the Kevin Clash documentary being Elmo, because Kevin Clash for so many years was the puppeteer behind Elmo on Sesame Street. That was only £1. I almost picked that one up, but I put them two titles down when I seen this, and that is Blackadder 2. This is the remastered edition from 2011. I would have ideally liked it to be the original release to match up with the other Blackadder DVDs that I've got, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'll finally have all 4 series of Blackadder. I am going to upgrade eventually and get that remastered box set, which also contains Blackadder's Christmas Carol, Blackadder Goes Back and Forth, and another little Blackadder special. He did have it there, it was only £7, I could have picked it up there and then, but I thought I'll hold off for a little bit longer. But this was brand new, factory sealed, £2. It doesn't look like it's got any special features, but that's okay. It's just the series I wanted. I'm not too fussed about extras. But this one, this was unbelievable. This was an unbelievable price that I nearly dropped it when I picked it up because I couldn't believe how cheap it was. Now it's the Arrow video release of Contamination. And what this is, it is it's an early 80s splatter Italian splatter film. I'm not too familiar with the Italian films, but I have been wanting to pick this up for a long time based on the artwork alone. Basically stars it's directed by Luigi Cozzi, who directed films such as Star Crash and the Hercules film that starred Lou Ferrigno. I believe that's the one it was. And it stars Ian McCulloch, who is well known for appearing in these Italian splatter films. Those most famous roles being zombie flesh eaters. And it's basically like an over exaggerated version of Aliens or Alien, which is one of my favourite films. With a soundtrack by Italian prog rockers Goblin, who also did the scores for Deep Red and Suspiria. As far as special features, it's a brand new 2K restoration. Original Italian and English soundtracks in mono. Newly translated subtitles for the Italian soundtrack. Optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for the English soundtrack. Commentary by Fangoria and editor Chris Alexander. An archive documentary called Notes on Sci-Fi Cinema, which features behind the scenes footage and interview with Luigi Cozzi. Q&A from 2014 with Cozzi and McCulloch. Excuse me. A feature on the music of the film called Sound of the Cyclops, done with the keyboardist for Goblin, Maurizio Guarini. A brand new interview with Cozzi done by Lewis Coates, discussing his entire career. A brand new featurette just for this release called Imitation is the Sincerest Form of Flattery, a critical analysis of the Italian cash-in, which looks at the Italian genre movies that were based on Hollywood blockbusters. Theatrical trailer, and in this gallery there's actually a graphic novel based on the original screenplay for the film. And of course, as with all our releases, you do get that's the alternate artwork, the newly commissioned one by Gary Pullen, and that is the original artwork from I believe that might have been from the VHS release, but definitely looking forward to checking that one out. I do love cheesy, gory films. This one was on my hit list, it's finally in the collection, and it will be added to the ever-growing list of films to watch during my horror month. So that is it. Like I said, not a lot of pickups from this past weekend, which is why it showed off them beautiful bobblehead statues. Hopefully I can go out and get some pickups in, just have to wait and see. Come back on Thursday. Blue Geek Sports will be back with a full preview of the start of the Premier League season, which begins on Friday. I will also talk in that video about any deals that get made on deadline day, which is on Thursday. Of course, found a few days for teams to get transfers in. A lot of rumours and speculation going around already today. So definitely check back on Thursday for that. Until then, like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you've seen Contamination and what you thought of it. Until then, I've been the Blue Geek. This has been the Blue Geek Reviews. Take care.